Hello everyone, welcome back to House Gnome Gaming and our Frostpunk A New Home normal run. Last episode we were working on increasing the quality of our housing and going from tent to bunkhouse. And we had 2 exploration teams out, which is going to speed up our time getting new people and new resources, which is excellent. All right, and you can see just upgrading those houses, 1, 2, 3, 4, dropped our discontent quite a bit. And with the same amount of heat, we've gone from chilly homes to livable homes for the people with upgrades. So that's going to be important in keeping our people healthy and warm, especially as we start getting toward late game. So 148 wood, 200 steel, and we got a little ways to go on our research. So let's go ahead and upgrade a couple more houses. All right, we'll do 4 more. And eventually we're going to start building extra bunk houses and removing these tents from around the inner circle. We're going to want some medical posts around here. And until we research infirmaries, which require us to have steam cores, of which we don't have any at the moment, then we're going to rely on medical posts.
Get to work. Move, people. There's plenty to do.
Excellent. All right, so we've upgraded the medical posts that we currently have so that they heal the sick a little bit faster. And I think we can hold off for a little bit on. We're going to want to get that healthcare insulation at some point, but I think we're going to hold off for now. And let's work on getting some heating. I'm going to go ahead and do the steam hub range upgrade. That's going to make the steam hub zones, which is this orange area right here, wider so that we can actually fit more housing within a single steam hub. It does cost us more. It consumes twice as much coal when active, but then if we get the efficiency upgrade right after, that'll cut some of that cost. And what that'll do is it'll allow us to change the range setting down here from a 1 range to a 2 range. Oh, and I forgot, last time we upgraded, or got the ability to upgrade our hunter's hangars. So let's go ahead and turn some huts into some hangars. And that's going to help with our food. Yeah, food quality. Yep, they're complaining. They don't like the quality of the food. 6 people people are complaining about the quality of food. They understand that times are hard and a full meal is a luxury, but eating one from time to time makes a big difference. Is there a chance of that? I'll have to provide 174 standard food rations in 3 days, or I can ignore it. We're going to go ahead and take this one. And what we need to do is switch over to regular meals instead of soup. All right, the weather station. There's nobody in the weather station, but everything still seems to be operational. We could try to find out what the scientists from Winterhome were working on. We get some coal and some steam cores. Grim forecast. We found scientist notes. They predict that the great cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is that the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obvious they've moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof of the weather station. Sites discovered Winterhome and a coal mine. So we're going to take those resources. We're going to go over to the coal mine first because I want to delay getting to Winterhome a little bit. The search for other cities, abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility was apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. And there goes some hope. We have a few engineers that aren't doing anything. So let's put them to work. We're handling our sick okay, so we don't need to open any more medical posts at the moment. Alright, we can't upgrade the efficiency until we get our level 4 difference engine, but that is okay. Next thing we're going to do is research the outpost. This will allow us to make an outpost, and one spot is up here next to the wall drill. There's a spot, let me see if I can get it to show. Right there. That is an outpost spot. We've got 2 on this map. One over here and one right there. So if we build an outpost, what that'll allow us to do is we'll find this coal mine right here, and most likely what will happen is we can turn that into a place where we can send people to bring coal back every day. So we send a team of 5 workers, I think it is, maybe 10, I can't remember for sure, to the mine through the outpost, and every day they will bring a set amount of coal back no matter what. All right, and we have a set of scouts back at the city, which is good, and they brought us steam cores, steel, wood, and some food. All right, so we're going to immediately put the wood and the steel to work, and this resource depot we're going to change over to coal because we're starting to build up a lot of coal. Oh, we have nowhere else to go, so let's go ahead and send these guys to the weather station, and we will send them on to Winterhome. And since we got lots of lovely resources, let's go ahead and upgrade some more bunkhouses. And also, sorry, there's a bug flying around. We need to change the range settings on our currently active steam hubs because we automatically upgrade to range 2 when we learn the technology. I'm going to go ahead and leave these 2 at range 2, and we're going to turn off that heater because now we've got the larger range. We've got way more buildings that we can attach to this steam hub. And I'm going to turn the heat off on these because they don't need to be comfortable, they just need to be livable. And as you can see, this widened the range up significantly, so we'll be able to put more housing around this, so we can start moving some of these houses around this hub. But if we look at our coal usage, now our steam hubs are what's really sucking down our coal. But we still have a positive consumption every day, so that's fine. get those engineers working. Alright, and you can see our new hunter's hangar. We get these cool blimps that will go out and hunt for us. There he goes. Off to find some food. Alright. Eventually we're going to take this public house, but we're not going to do it right now because we got to have somebody to man it, and we're a little low on people at the moment. So we're going to go ahead and sign this care house law. We don't need the care house at the moment, but we will when people really start getting sick and the weather really starts getting cold. So we're going to go ahead and sign it, and then once we move a couple of these homes, we'll put a care house in their place. Alright. Speaking of homes, let's build some more bunkhouses. Not going to build any housing here because eventually we're going to be putting some more work buildings there. And this gathering post has gathered up all of the coal here, so we can tear this one down and we'll build another one up here beside the other ones. We still have a regular coal thumper. So I think our next upgrade is going to be the steam coal thumper. Okay. Coal mine. The coal mine is automated. Its engine is pressurized, but the mining has stopped. The snow around it is untrodden and an eerie silence hangs in the air. More coal than we can use. This coal mine was in operation until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota and filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. Alright, so we have a choice. We can take only the stored coal, and then we can build the outpost and use it to collect coal for us, or we can dismantle the machines, which gives us some wood, some steel, some coal, and 2 steam cores. I think right now we're only going to take the stored coal, and we're going to save this in case we want to do the coal mine as an outpost. And now we'll move on to Winterhome. Okay. Oh, we've got extra people now. So when our outpost team arrived at the city, it dropped off a load of people. I forgot they were carrying people. So we've got 18 homeless people at the moment. Let's get some more bunkhouses built to get these people housed, as well as getting these people out from around. This generator. Perfect. All right. And now that we have all these extra people, we are definitely short on food. So let's get a little more steel going. Ah, yes. I'm going to turn all these off, as well as shut down our generator, because we had a warm-up to negative 30°C. It's a heat wave. So the only one we're going to leave running at the moment is the steam hub around our homes, but that will stop working as soon as the generator cools down.
Move! Time to get to work.
Okay, got a little more coal now. So let's upgrade this hunter's hangar and get another one going so we can get some more food. I'll take the engineers out of there and replace them with workers. And we still have 27 children, so we're still getting our buff because every child is still in a shelter. And we kept our food promise, and look how much that affected our discontent. Wow, it really dropped, and it increased our hope. All right, so we have some steam cores now, so I'm going to upgrade our wall drill. And we should have some empty homes. 62 vacant beds, and each tent houses 10 people, and as you can see, we have empty tents. So let's start tearing these tents down. We'll put in another medical post. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't matter if they're empty or not, they'll move around to where there's space for them. And no, I do not want to give you guys a break. I want you working, working, working. All right, we're going to let these guys hang out at the weather station until this group gets to Winterhome, and it should unlock some more explorable areas for us. All right, let's put our care house in and fulfill that promise. And our next item will be, what do we have? 2 days until it gets colder. What kind of drop are we getting? 1 level. Okay, we can easily handle 1 level with our current heat situation. So let's go ahead and upgrade to level 4 on the difference engine so that we can unlock another layer of tech. And they're happy. We installed a care house. Now right now there's not going to be any inhabitants, but if anyone becomes an amputee, they will move out of a regular home and into the care house until we pass the prosthetic law and research the factory, which will allow us to, once we have both the law and the factory, we'll be able to build prosthetics, and people who are amputees can then get prosthetics at the medical facilities, and that will allow them to go back to work. And then they'll move out of the care house and back into a home. All right, so we are down to 2 tents. That is excellent. And let's put some people in our hangar to go get some more food. And now that they're happy, we can switch back over to soup, which will increase our food production back into the green. All right. Winterhome. We climbed up to the edge of the city. We stood there, speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed, and the generator has exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The city chronicle describes the shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots, and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources, and the eventual starvation. The last entry: God forgive us. We're eating our dead. There's no hope. We're on our own. So, a little bit of interesting information. We actually have Winterhome as a playable city. It is a fun city to play, and it's incredibly challenging. So if you get this game, really enjoy yourself when you get to Winterhome, because it is a different play than any of the other original 4 scenarios. Now, the DLC scenarios are completely different than these original 4. Like, you're building the generators up, and one of them takes place after the events of A New Home. So they took the DLCs in a real different direction than what we've got with these original 4. Out of the original 4, though, I think the Arcs and Winterhome are my 2 favorites. All right, so we're going to get 2 steam cores out of this, which we need. We are alone. The news has shocked everyone in the city. There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, people living normal lives in homes heated by generators. But we're alone. Hope falls. And it's going to fall fairly significantly. Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. We must save ourselves and our children. We must go back. We should never have left Britain. Why did Winterhome fail? Are we all going to die here too? And look at that hope fall. Winterhome has fallen. They're all dead. How will we survive here without any help? We have to go back to London. There's no hope for us here in this frozen desert. People start to gather as the news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Panic is starting to set in. I must give them purpose. All right. Choose our path. People are shaken, racked by fear and doubt. They've lost hope in our chances of survival. Desperation could quickly push them to commit reckless acts. You have to unite them behind a vision of the future. Decide now what will give them purpose and restore hope, or else our city will descend into the chaos that consumed Winterhome. A new set of laws will become available. So we have faith or order and discipline. Now, I personally like order and discipline, so that's the one I've chosen. It does require people to run the order and discipline side, whereas with the faith side, most of the buildings are unmanned buildings. And in some scenarios, the faith side is actually the easier side to run. But for this particular scenario, I always choose order and discipline. I have done a faith run, and I was less than impressed with the abilities that faith gave me on that in this particular scenario. So we're going to go with purpose. And we're going to select Neighborhood Watch. We need to mobilize and stand together to help people in need and protect them from troublemakers. So we have to build watchtowers and man them.
Hear me.
So we have to build 2.
New law in the city.
And we're going to send these guys. Well, they're not carrying anything. So we're going to send these guys this direction, and we're going to send these who are carrying stuff back this direction to head out over this way. So we're going to drop off what they're carrying. I feel safer knowing my neighbor is watching my back. Yeah. All right. So we need to now build watchtowers, and they only have an area of effect, so we're going to have to build a few in order to keep everybody feeling good. And I like to build them around the steam hub because I feel that that gets the biggest area of effect. So let's go ahead and we're going to start a second steam hub here. I'm actually going to move. Should move that one back. I'm going to leave that one where it is, but I'm going to put the rest of the steam hubs, now that we have a larger range on them, I'm going to move them a little bit further back when I build them because they have a larger area. So let's build this street out. And build it there. Yeah. And then I'm going to tear that house down right there. And I'm going to put a watchtower there. And then I'll put a watchtower over there. We're also going to upgrade our wall drill. The Londoners, the unconvinced, want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to change your mind. You say order will save us? Nonsense. Are we going to orderly decide what to eat first when we start to starve? Or sorry, who to eat first when we start to starve? Well, that's kind of grim. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down, we're not going to die. The Londoners, your people are divided. Some of them are so scared that they plan to leave the city for London in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead people to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guide the city safely through the looming social crisis. Okay. And now we have 19 people that we need to convince to stay in the next 15 days. And the first way we're going to do that is we're going to set up a neighborhood watch so they all start spying on each other. All right. Actually, I think I might want to move this fighting arena also up here. So let's do that. Put the arena there. Put watchtower there. And let's build a few bunk houses. There we go. Get that thing fully charged up so I can see where the heat's covering. 1, 2, and out of wood. Okay. Sir, the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbors to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. I see. And now we have 36 people that we got to convince to stay. Well, poo on them. Alright, our team is at Winterhome and we're going to send them over to the snow cliff.
Move! Time to get to work.
Turn the generator off. Okay, Level 4 difference engine. Let's go ahead and increase our steam hub efficiency now that we are building multiple with the large radial area. Let's put some workers in our first watchtower. Need to build up some more wood. Alright. One more bunkhouse going. And we'll tear down this one and this one. Okay, and build fighting arena and our other watchtower. And let's go ahead and upgrade our flying hunters gear that will, thanks to better weapons and enhanced detection, hunters setting out from the hunter's hangar will return with more raw food. So we will go from 30 raw food per day per building to 45 raw food per day per building. And our second watchtower built and our hope went up. Snow cliff. The hole in the snow cliff leads to a small chamber. Someone lives here, but the lonely human figure we saw from afar has disappeared. It might be the sole survivor of Winterhome. Let's explore that. The man we've seen from afar was nowhere to be found. Searching his burrow, we found a diary of a scientist who fled Winterhome. After the starving city fell into chaos, its leader, an army captain, appointed himself an absolute ruler. He tried to impose order using force. Plenty of people, disgruntled, deserted the city, and most of the others rebelled against him. And we found 2 more places to go, and we get 60 wood, 104 food, and 1 steam core. Yay, we're starting to roll in the steam cores. Head off to Freshwater Springs. Everybody warm? Yep. Alright, let's go ahead and build another medical post as well. The heating is off, yeah, I know. Turn it back on. Sheesh. Do people want to be warm or something? Alright, let's tear down this fighting arena because we've replaced it with this fighting arena. We will build bunkhouse in the hole left behind, and once we do that, we should be able to tear down the remaining tents. Yes. Yeah. We've got 1 empty tent and 1 tent with 8 people in it. Look at this watchtower. See the nice big spotlight on the front of it? That's not chilling at all. Nothing draconian about that. All right, we have all of our people living in bunkhouses. So they are all very happy at the moment. And we're going to drop 10 degrees. Not today, but tomorrow. Ugh, more Londoners. Yeesh. Alright, so these guys have returned to the city. Let's send them out to the crash site, or American camp. 1 day and 3 hours. Now let's go to the crash site and try and cut that time a little bit. Our coal is full. So we need to build some more depots. Freshwater springs. Several pools are kept from freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichens cling to the bare rock at their edges. It looks like a good place for a hideout. Degenerated but alive. Near the freshwater springs, we meet some refugees from Winterhome. They are a sorry sight and seem to be completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichens. Yeah, that's what they were eating. Okay, we can escort the survivors, and we get 7 kids and 22 workers. Send the survivors and have some die or leave them. Let's take all the peoples.
Get going. Time to earn your bread.
All right. Well, we are starting to get more people in. And it's going to start getting colder real fast. So, I'm going to take a couple of these really quick learns. The Research Depot upgrade. And then after that, we will take the cookhouse installation and the healthcare installation because these will be fast to learn. And then we're going to start getting into needing more steel, needing our teams to be faster. So, yep, we're getting more people. We've got the Londoners to appease. Things are really going to start getting hairy now. So I think that is where we're going to leave it off for this episode. Guess I will see you next time. Thank you for joining me for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like below. If you'd like to see more, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when new videos come out. Once again, I'm House Gnome Gaming. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.